Hi everyone, I'm Margarita Muradova, a personal stylist and fashion consultant from Kyiv, Ukraine. Long time no see. I've had like a bit of a downtime because I have multiple teeth removal, which was brutal and threw me off for a loop for 2 weeks actually, which was absolutely crazy for me. If you know me, I'm like a workaholic to the core, so it was very hard for me to accept the fact that I couldn't properly like do my work. And for the first half I even had like a lighter kind of a higher temperature and stuff, so, and I was swollen, so I could not be on the camera and all the other things, and it was the worst. Literally, like, toothache is one of the most, I wouldn't say this is like the worst pain obviously, but to me personally it's definitely like the most annoying kind of a pain. This was like very like itchy slash gnawing to the core. So yeah, it was just the worst. So I'm really happy to be back on the other side of things and be here with you. And even though I look like a complete personalization of summer, we're actually starting to talk about autumn and everything that's going to be in trend for fall and everything that's we're going to wear for fall. So all of these things, and to me personally, actually, even though I look like this, I'm very excited to dive deeper into the layering stuff and to everything that's going to be trendy for fall, because I love fall. I love fall fashion. Honestly, fall fashion is my favorite kind of fashion because of layerings and different textures and stuff, because you're kind of deprived of all of these things during the summer, so this is the perfect period for me. And we're going to talk about coat trends for this fall. And the first coat trend for me personally is something that I feel like is very feminine and beautiful. And it's actually been with us for the past couple of years, going back and forth, and it's in trend again, very much so. This one is a scarf poncho that's added, literally attached to the coat, and looks like a separate kind of scarf and poncho, but it's attached to the coat. It's the same material. You can drape it all over your neck. You can like literally pull it away and let it do its thing, and it's pretty voluminous, so it gives some beautiful shapes to the outfit and it kind of completes the look. It's very Balenciaga inspired, it's very 50s inspired as well. It's very beautiful. It's present in a lot of brands, and actually it's also present in the mass market. It's going to be present in the mass market and middle market as well, so there's going to be a lot of options for you to work with. But also you can kind of do it yourself if you have like a super maxi second-hand slash vintage coat that you'd like to work with. You can go to your seamstress or tailor, and then you can cut off the lower end of the coat and make it into a scarf and then attach it to the coat. So you can actually, you don't have to spend that much money to build around the trend. But I feel like one of the most beautiful examples of this trend specifically is actually a newcomer Ukrainian brand called STAVNITSER, and their Maxi graffiti gray coat with this whole draping and the scarf slash poncho thing is so beautiful and so sophisticated with all the raw edges and stuff. So beautiful. Absolutely pricey, but so worth it, so I'm definitely recommending it to you. And if you don't know about this brand, I'm gonna try and link it down below and show some examples on the screen here. And the next trend we have is actually a trend that we've had for the last 2 years. This is the kind of the second half of the second year that we have this trend going on. It's very 80s power shoulders. So beautiful, super feminine, very YSL inspired, because YSL literally brought this trend back to life. And it's very empowering. It's literally power shoulders. It's such a statement from the 80s when women started gaining positions of power in different companies and founding companies. So it's very in at the moment, obviously. It looks so beautiful. This kind of a trend actually gives a lot of structure to the outfit. So if you're wearing something like a knit set or a knitwear kind of a dress or something that's very unstructured, stretchy and stuff, and you want to balance it out, this is the way to go. And the most beautiful combination for me personally is combining power shoulders with the maxi length for a coat or a trench. It looks so beautiful, so ethereal and so powerful, and I feel like this is the major trend for this autumn. And also this one's easily findable not only in mass market but also vintage. Everywhere, it's going to be absolutely everywhere, and 80s shoulders and 80s coats are literally absolutely everywhere in the vintage markets and secondhand markets. You need to be only willing to look for them. They're literally there. So if you're just willing to try out this trend, if you love the whole vintage shopping vibe, definitely go there. Then quick and beautiful and sharp maxi length coats in maxi are very in. They're going to be in for one more year as well, so enjoy this trend as long as it lasts. It's so beautiful, ethereal, very sophisticated, looks very dramatic because of the length, and sometimes if you're willing to go that way, it can also drag on the floor. It's not very practical, but looks very beautiful if you're going to an event or something. And it's also very, very warm because this coat is literally covering all of your body, so it's actually very practical in terms of keeping you comfy and warm for the fall and for the later months. And this kind of a coat, actually, if you pick a maxi coat, maybe a little bit oversized, structured, it's going to keep you warm even during the winter months, for not for all the world, but for some parts of the world where it doesn't get like negative 20 degrees. If you're going to be wearing it with a couple of layers, it's definitely going to do its work. So this one, especially if this is like an oversized, slightly oversized, structured maxi coat, wool, natural materials, it's going to be a beautiful investment, and it's not going to go out of style. It's definitely going to go out of super trendy fashion, but it's never actually going to go out of style. Then we have white coats and creamy, milky off-white coats. So in, so beautiful. They look absolutely angelic, and obviously a lot of people are wearing specifically some like darker colors for the fall. This is the thing that we usually see. So getting this juxtaposition and wearing something bright as opposed to something dark is going to look very beautiful, and contrasting with your clothing as well is going to brighten up an outfit. And if you're kind of going to, for example, like a party that's going to be mostly outside, like a cocktail stuff or something, this is going to be a beautiful statement piece. Then we have statement shearling coats. Definitely much more appropriate for the beginning of like winter, the end of fall, where it gets much more chilly and cold. But on a lighter note, you can kind of do the juxtaposition and contrast this heavy warm coat with a very, very flowy, let's say crepe summery maxi dress. This is going to look so beautiful, absolutely impractical. This is definitely a street style, fashion week kind of a look, but so beautiful and so attractive. And the last trend we're gonna talk about is robe kind of a coat. So something that's very snuggly. Think Skims duvet coat, think all the robes but made into a more plushy and warm materials. These look very sophisticated, and especially if they're like in neutral colors, this is definitely giving the whole minimalistic slash quiet luxury trend that we're all talking about. But also a robe coat is definitely like just a shape, so it could definitely also be elevated into something absolutely crazy, like a crushed velvet kind of a texture, or something like a neon green velvet or fur or fake fur, whatever you want. So this is a place to experiment for sure. And for me personally, I absolutely love outerwear as a way to make a statement, because usually outerwear is not something people go for in order to make a statement. So you're going to be very, very like out there with this whole statement. But this is what I love about fashion, expressing yourself through clothes. So let me know in the comments below which one of these coat trends you liked, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!